Hello, Salty Qualbear here with the first ever preview of Halo Wars Scorpion's Pass. Today we're going to be taking a bird's eye view of the main engagement. First hill in Halo Wars Scorpion's Pass spawns in between the middle of these two bases. One team, red team as you can see here, spawns up in the cave, and the other team spawns on this Wall Coliseum bridge, which is wrapped around the corner of the Hemorrhage Beach. So you can see the beginning exchange is pretty intense. This first video is basically going to be showing a lot of over the top views of the battlefield, so you can kind of get the true RTS feel of the game. The next hill is going to cycle right over to where I'm looking right now. And in order to use the top section of the map, there's teleporters in each base that take you to the top, one to an air base, and one to a light vehicle base. You can see a Revenant coming in now right here. That was really good what that Revenant just did. Revenants are very good hill vehicles for the top hills. You want to use them to gain the hill times so your Gosshogs don't get flipped off. So you can see red team doesn't have too much opposition right now. Easy hill congestion. Blue team's flaw, they're not bringing out enough tanks, and they have no top game whatsoever, which is allowing red team to gain hill time. Keep in mind, when you're in the hill, the more people in the hill, the more points you will score. There we go, we got a Goss coming in. Let's see whose Goss this is though. Should be our Goss. We got two Gosses. See right here, there's one Goss coming in. He's going to use the turret. See what he can do. Get a little bit closer view of the battlefield here. Like Goss Gunner just took out a Banshee. Bed. It's a Blue Gunner. Revenant does a pretty good job of dodging the bullets. This is one of the moments where it is good to get out of your vehicle. Normally you do not want to get out of your vehicle in Halo Wars, but certain times call for desperate measures. Right here we had a complete reset of the game due to someone joining. Promise you though, the action will get better. As you can see right now, the score is 225 to 0. I'm about to show you just how quickly things can change. I'm going to pull up my menu quickly. Alright, that's me. Give my guy a view for a little bit. I'm trying to get into the mode. Oh, there we go. So what I'm thinking right now is that I want to make it over to the hill, but I also want to take out as many enemies as I can before I get over there. Right now I'm going to lend a little bit of support to this sport. Oh, it's getting juggled around pretty good up here. Eventually they get him. Me and my teammate We take out that tank together. Team shooting is also very important in Halo Wars. As you find out from the thread, you need to target weak points of your enemy. That's another tactic that our team employs. Right now, that blue team still has 2 points. We still have 236. Beating them up pretty bad. I'm moving in here to get this hill time, putting on the shots on the tank coming out. You can see where I'm aiming. I'm aiming for his treads and for the rear spot. Those are going to be the weakest points on the vehicles. So you can see we have a really good pinch on him here. We have 1, 2, 3 tanks and a Wraith. I'm just going to kind of pile up our tanks and junk in front of their base. Believe it or not, that's actually a very viable strategy, is to pile up all your dead tanks in front of their base. It'll really slow down the flow of vehicles out of their base. Their heavy vehicles, that is. So now the hill's going to move all the way back over to our base. See our tanks retreat. We have 1 tank here staying back to defend. So, yep, 1 tank. He's just backing up, not exposing his rear grill, placing shots, slowly backing up. You can see them here, they're pretty jammed up. Alright, so this is where I change teams. Enough's enough. Alright. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get in a tank. One thing people misunderstand about this game type is even though there's a lot of nice other vehicles, certain phases you want to use majority of a certain type of vehicle. For these phases, you want to use a tank. Although you do need Banshees and a Gauss or Revenant here or there to make sure you can clean up players on foot. The reason why that's important is because players on foot do 300% damage and have the ability to quickly take out any vehicle if they board it. Banshees are very good anti-human weapons. And of course, the tank is as well, but you got to make sure you hit them. You can see here we're starting to get hill time. I instructed my team to move forward. This is interesting. So they've got 2 Gausses up on the bridge. I just took out 1. See if I can take out the other. The other moves to safer ground. It's one of the reasons why you don't want to have your Gausses on the bridge. They can get flipped off. Up, and this Gauss ends up getting flipped as well from one of the Banshees. So now both Gauss are on the ground, and once you get a Gauss into the ground, they're a lot more vulnerable to the tanks. I'm going to clean up this player. It's a little too late by the time I get to the hill, but we did get a good amount of hill time, 67. I'm taking a lot of Gauss fire here, managed to stay alive. Still getting hit. I definitely should have turned around right there, but I didn't, and I paid for it. You can see my tank is not doing too good. Alright, now we have 2 Banshees coming in. A team actually called that out to me. You notice I raised my turret. I take out that Banshee. It's 3 hits to take out a Banshee for a tank. Watch the battlefield from above for a little bit. Actually, we'll take a Banshee's point of view for a little while. The Banshees are very good units for distracting the enemy team. Not necessarily killing. We'll go back to my player here if I can find him. You notice the score is now 289 to 290. We basically gained all that hill